I have been married to a single mother for 13 years now. I met her with two daughters who were 5 and 3 years old at that time in 2011. The story she told me was that her husband died in a workplace accident even before she delivered her second daughter. I had also lost my legally wedded wife. She died during labor, so she never got to raise and care for our daughter. She was only 2 years old when I met this woman. We shared similar story. We both lost our partners and though she had two older kids and I had one, I wanted to make things work because she seemed like a good woman and I sort of needed a stable home for my daughter. My mother and sister were taking care of my girl at that time, but my mother developed stroke along the way and my sister was also about getting married. This lady and I only dated for about 5 months when I went to see her parents and performed the necessary rites. Right after the ceremony, she moved in with me. I went to bring my daughter over. All I wanted was a stable home for all of us, and I made sure to do my best so everyone feels loved equally. But this woman always chose her kids over mine. She's a child now, just add her in. As little as my daughter was, if I was not around, she would have to sleep on her own while she put her almost 4-year-old to bed. She had bags where she kept her kids' clothes, foods they ate, and even special bowls and utensils they used to eat, while my little girl ate from whatever we used. I noticed it and cautioned her to love my kid as hers. She swore heaven and earth that she does and started pretending. My daughter was very lively and playful when she was with my family, but she became quiet. She wouldn't even cry. I would return to meet her sleeping on the floor while her kids are playing together or doing something with their mom. My girl was just behaving off. I became very worried and called her before her own parent to speak to her concerning how she treated my daughter, but again, she denied it and said that the kids hadn't learned to bond yet. I started taking her with me to almost everywhere on days she didn't go to school. What a good father. I wanted to be there for her to make her happy. She had pneumonia when she was 5. Of course, she was being neglected, so what do I expect? So this girl was 2 years when you married the lady, and she's already 5. She spent months in the hospital before returning home. Around this point, my wife was pregnant with our only child together to make it 4 kids. She wouldn't care for my daughter at all at this point because she said she was pregnant, so I made her go and live with my sister so she can be cared for. My job was very demanding at that time. After some months, my daughter came home fine, while my wife had also welcomed our baby. My daughter was doing well in school, so she got jumped and she ended in the same class with her stepsister. Oh, the lady's wife, kid. My wife would be insulting a little girl as if she was an adult. But once I get home, she pretended that I didn't hear her right. My girl told me that she called her a witch that went to stay in a hospital and returned to be jumped in school. Now, wow. Long story short, I couldn't protect my daughter. She went to bed one night and didn't wake up. She went to bed one night and didn't wake up. She was just 10. The autopsy said she was poisoned. But then it happens not to be my wife because I learned she didn't eat when she returned from school that day and she came home complaining of her stomach. I wasn't home when she returned, but that is what even her sisters said, that she skipped dinner. That night I went to check on her, but she was sleeping, so I just kissed her and went to my room. If she was up to tell me she wasn't well, I would take her to see a doctor. I failed my first wife, my true love. After the demise of my daughter, all I wanted was a divorce, but we had one child together. She was also 4 at that time, and her presence consoled me. My wife trained her own daughter to know I'm not their father. Even till date, they call me Bro James instead of Daddy. Now that they are older, they don't use me for anything. They are just teenagers, but they behave like I'm their rival. When I rebuke them or complain of their behavior, my wife says I'm maltreating them because they are not my kids, so I'm always quiet. This is what broke the deal. Recently, she came to ask money for the elderly one's fees. She's in the university. I said I didn't have cash, so I needed a day to give her the money. Then she made a comment that I hope you are making proper plans for the future of these girls, because they are your elderly children, especially now that cat is no more. Catherine is my late daughter's name, but I call her Cat. It was her mother's name. How do you make that kind of comment? Especially now that Cat is no more. It's not like you will die tomorrow and people will come fighting for your properties, or you will give everything to BB. BB is our daughter together's name. That's the new child they had together. Hey, that statement broke me. She doesn't even think of my daughter or my life. She's thinking of my debt and properties. I don't care about them, but I was hurt the way she said it, and I had since been planning a divorce. I don't want any lengthy advice. All I want to know is if I should get the divorce. I'm 45 years old, by the way. What the did I just read? Whew, okay. Yeah, it's fine.